High school sports, we've got it covered. Overtime starts now.
Hello and welcome to Overtime. I'm Scott Leber.
I'm Drew Collins. We're glad you could join us for what might be the biggest Friday night of the season, with regional championships up for grabs for the boys.
We also get you caught up on our two local girls teams that reached the Super Sectionals, and we'll announce our Athlete of the Week winner.
And in our Spotlight segment, we put a bow on the amazing career of South Beloit's Ross Robertson. Let's get to those boys' regional championship games. What happened at East?
The Guilford Vikings, despite all their success the last 3 seasons, still were without a regional championship. No Guilford team had won one since 2007. So could Guilford get over the hump tonight against the talented East team that beat them just 2 weeks ago? It's the Gillies Heating and Air Conditioning Game of the Week. We begin at the start of the third quarter. Guilford was up by only a point. Wanye Sneed, though, bumps that lead up to 3. Marquise Goldsmith has position down low for East. He has it. Brandon Chapman here going to go up and in, but the official ruled he was fouled before the shot, so it was waved off. Connor Doyle going to get a takeaway here for the Vikings, and watch him use his body to shield off the defender and get the and one. Cordell Spencer had a couple big hoops in this one. How about that one with a left hand? This one was starting to get away from the E-Rabs. Chapman here on the fast break. He led Guilford with 20 points. Guilford held East to 38 points total in the game. Chapman going to get another steal, and he'll get another bucket. And then Spencer will drive and score one more time. It's been a long climb for Chris Dixon and his guys, but after knocking on the door the last 2 seasons, they finally get that elusive regional championship, the first one for a Guilford team in 18 years. Guilford defeated East 57-38. The Vikings advance to the Waukegan sectional.
It's amazing, this is a special group right here. We have everybody that came from last year, experienced the loss to Hana. So we had to come back to the same place and get the regional.
The last 4 to 5 years, we haven't won a regional championship. Everybody had doubted us that we're just a regular season team, not a playoff team. So it feels good coming to the East and beating them on their home floor.
We battled uphill. Our motto all year was, we've been there before. And you know what? All the way attrition took place. And these kids here, they're seniors, they've been here, they've been fighting for 3 years to get it, and they finally got it.
Congratulations, Guilford. Now at Harlem, another 4A regional championship is up for grabs between Hononegah and DeKalb. Braden Olson had a big game the other night, makes a cut to the hoop and scores for Hononegah. Marquise Bolden, though, had quite the night tonight for DeKalb. Peels off a 3-pointer there. Bolden's going to come right back with another one. He scored 20 points, and DeKalb led by 12 in the second quarter. More Olson coming up for Hononegah. The head fake, then the 2-point jumper. Olson led the Indians with 13 points. Jackson Keys will pull up and drop a little right-hander. And the Barbs on this possession going to let everybody touch the ball pretty much. Justin O'Deal, the last one to touch it, he would score. Hononegah badly in need of some points. Caleb Hart gets him some with this shot, but DeKalb bends Hononegah's season 57-45. It's the Barbs' 27th win this season.
In Freeport, the Boylan Titans and Rochelle Hubs played for a 3A regional championship. Jumping into the second quarter, Carson Lewis lobs the back door to Brody Bruns. Titans' Alex Ambrose drives his way to the paint and banks the deuce. Fourth quarter, 31 seconds to go. Excellent passing finishes with Elijah Harley. Creighton points, Hubs up by 5. Boylan responds back with a 3 from Javen Golden, and that shot was golden. And this turns into a 2-point Rochelle lead with 16 seconds left. Boylan Christian Kennedy launches a 3-ball and rattles it in. The lead was 64-63. 4 seconds left. Hubs last try to win, and Harley's shot rolls short out by the rim. And the Boylan Titans win the 3A regional championship game in a nail-biter, 64-63. So after winning only 4 games during the regular season, the Titans now have won two games this week.
I'm really proud of our kids. They've had a tough season, a lot of adversity, a lot of people saying stuff about them and their record and who they are. And I think this week has been a testament to who they really are.
Another Nickton team took the court tonight for Class 3A regional action at Woodstock North.
Rianne Weil covered that one for us. Hi, Rianne.
Hi guys, Belvedere North took the court against Sycamore. The Blue Thunder were in the role of underdogs. Their record was 9-24. Their opponent, Sycamore, came in with a record of 23-8. Now both teams were absolutely fired up for this one. They were showing off their best intros at the start of the game. Belvedere North's Nathan Alexander is going to get us started. You could hear this swish all the way from over here. Nice job there. Now Xander Lewis is going to be on the dribble for the Spartans. He gets the shot off, but it bounces out right into the hands of teammate Michael Cammey with the strong board to put it in. He had 11 points tonight. But Lewis wanted those points back himself. He drains this one from the corner for 3. Nice job there. Now Tyson Brandon, he's going to decide to take it himself all the way to the hoop, and he finds himself with the bucket. Brandon had 12 points tonight. And back the other way, it's going to be Lewis on the launch, and it's in. He scored 13 points. Alexander again underneath. He's going to show off his strength here. He ended with 8 points, but Sycamore got the lead and maintained it. They win 59-44. For being the underdogs, Belvedere North really held their own, falling short by just 5 points. The Sycamore Spartans now advance to the Rochelle sectional next week. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Rianne. Before we do anything else, let's reveal the winner of our Overtime Athlete of the Week contest. On Monday, we announced our 4 finalists.
Athlete of the Week is brought to you by McCloskey, Kessler & Associates. Our finalists were Auburn's Champ Parker, Pecatonica's Cooper Hoffman, Stillman Valley's Taylor Davidson, and South Beloit's Ross Robertson. We gave you all this week to cast your vote.
And the winner is South Beloit's Ross Robertson. Ross received 44% of the votes. Congratulations, Ross. We'll have more on Robertson later in our Spotlight segment. And we have more boys regional championships highlights next.
Yeah, coming up, more of those championship highlights, including Galena, Durand, Rockford Christian, and games at Woodstock Marion. If there's one boys basketball team in our area that has that state tournament or bust feeling around it, it's Pecatonica.
The Indians just missed out last year when they lost in overtime in the Super Sectional at NIU. Tonight, they were going after the 1A Regional Championship in Galena against NUIC West champion East Dubuque. This is the Brody Black Eyed Peas game. But first, I got a feeling Peck is living up to the hype. Zion Brima pumps it up. Pecatonica's Batman shines his Brody Black light in the air, and the night appears. Here he is, but don't stop the party. Another Peck highlight, Brody lets it fly. And of course, it's good. Peck was having a good night. Peck on the run again, in full control. They find Black, and I'm gonna be honest, nobody could guard this man tonight. He dropped a 30 bomb. Brody Black up top. Can anyone guess what happens? I just can't get enough. Another splash in the MJ shoulder shrug. Cooper Hoffman rocks that body for the jelly lay. He finished with a chill 21. Black gets to the baseline. He delivers the boom, boom, pow. Icing on the cake. Peck defeats East Dubuque 67-43. The Indians advance to their own sectional next week.
I mean, sometimes in warm-ups, I'm either all make or all miss, and when I feel like I'm all miss, that's when I have my nights. So, obviously it's a little opposite, but when I missed all my shots, I knew it was going to be a good night for us and myself especially. One year we won a regional, and then the year after that we went to sectionals. So we've been here before, but we've got bigger goals. It feels good tonight, but we've definitely got bigger goals than winning a regional.
Brody shot the ball extremely well tonight, so when he's feeling it, we all know to get him the ball and let him do him. And obviously he had a 30-piece tonight, so let's just keep this rolling in the sectionals.
Another 1A regional championship game played out at Durand. Dakota against Lena Winslow. Micah Schrader gets us going, nailing this one from up top. Schrader once again from the corner. Nothing but net, he swishes it. He led the Indians with 15 tonight. Luke Madigan able to keep it close for Lena Winslow with a 3 of his own from downtown. But Dakota was too much for Lee Win. Brody Keeney hits another from long range to end the half. Indians led it 24-13. Second half play, Dakota was starting to run away. Braxton Niedermeyer drains yet another 3. He had 10 on the night. But watch this, Jalen Rakowska putting the Panthers on his back. About to hit the windmill for the lay-in. After a turnover, gets it up and gets going. Panthers with 10 had the lead, but Dakota wins the Durand Regional Championship 52-33. Dakota advances to Pecatonica Sectional.
Also in 1A at the West Carroll Regional, Eastland defeated Sterling Newman 55-44. The Cougars are headed to a loaded pack sectional. They will play Dakota Wednesday night. Also in that 1A at Amboy, Anawan beat Forreston 67-38. Anawan will play Pecatonica at the Pecatonica sectional on Tuesday. All right, on to Class 2A in the regional finals at Rockford Christian. The Royal Lions hosted Winnebago in a Big Northern Conference rematch, and a quick wardrobe check of Isaiah Johnson. Remember now, he is stepping down as coach at Rockford Christian when their season ends. Christian Cummings came out with lots of bounce in his step, even more than usual. He scored just 6 seconds into the game. Cummings again, full speed, scores again. Off the inbound now, it's Brody Carlson getting the quick bucket. But then Bago got it rolling. Paxton Freeman here will score. He had 17 points. Blaze Brown gets inside. He scores. And then it's the freshman, Bryant Beck, who attacks. Tough shot, but it goes down. And Winnebago stuns Rockford Christian 57-50. Coach Murphy has another regional championship. Bago advances to the Marengo sectional. Now there was another Big Northern Conference rematch at the Woodstock-Marion Regional in Class 2A. Rockford Lutheran against Byron.
Rian Wow joins us again with the story of that game. Rian?
Guys, when these teams first met 5 weeks ago, Byron won by 16 points. When they played again earlier this month, Byron won by a much closer game with 5 points. So tonight, could the Crusaders find a way to get past the Tigers? Byron cheerleaders out supporting the team tonight, getting it going. And we jump to the second quarter. Byron's Riley Kessler hits the 3, and he's pumped about this one. Now here comes a little trick play by the Crusaders. It leads to a wide open Jake Goosey for the easy bucket. Now Cason Newton wanted to join the 3 party. He catches and shoots, and it's in. He had 18 points tonight. Lutheran's Mason Keller on the dribble now. Little spin and the jumper. Keller led all scorers with 26 points tonight. And some good ball movement again by Rockford Lutheran, and Logan Currington gets himself 2 points. And some high pressing by the Tigers leads to a steal and a wide open J.J. Edmondson. And he's going to let you know he's open. The one-hand dunk, and you got to love the celebration. Raise the roof, J.J. Now Weston Ocker wanted to join in. He hits this from nearly the end line for 3 more. Byron had a lead at the half and held on to it to win 64-51. Byron wins for the 3rd time this season against the Crusaders. The Tigers now advance to the Marengo sectional next week. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Rianne. Winnebago will be playing Rock Falls at the Marengo sectional next Tuesday. Rock Falls edged Riverdale 61-58 to win the 2A Brew Valley Regional. Coming up shortly, our spotlight story on South Beloit's Ross Robertson.
Next, though, we chat with Stillman Valley girls coach Bobby Mellon. His Cardinals are 1 win away from going to state. Two local girls teams will take the court Monday night for super sectional action.
One will be Pecatonica. The Indians won the school's first sectional championship Thursday night at Sterling Newman. They defeated Rockford Lutheran 47-38. The Indians' defense has been superb all season, but especially in the postseason. They've won a school record 29 games. To get to state, they'll have to go to Abingdon Avon. The Tornadoes have a record of 30-4. They are all the champions of the Lincoln Trail Conference. That game will be at the 1A Bringfield Summer Sectional.
Stillman Valley will also play for a super sectional championship Monday. The Cardinals will play defending 2A state champion Peoria Notre Dame at the Bureau Valley Super Sectional. The Cardinals advanced to that game by edging Byron Thursday night 47-45. Stillman Valley trailed almost the entire game. I spoke with Stillman coach Bobby Mellon right after that game. Bobby, just what are your thoughts about the way your girls hung in there? They were kind of battling uphill this entire game, trailing almost the whole game, and boy, when they had to, they came through.
Yep, I mean, it's what they do. I mean, they have no quit in them. They're always going to give 110%, and so even though we were down, I knew things we were going to kind of settle in. First quarter, we did not really execute game plan too well, offensively or defensively. The last 3 quarters, we did obviously a much better job at executing, and so at halftime, talking to them of like, hey, 1 possession at a time, let's execute, but we just focused one possession at a time.
First half was a struggle for you guys a little bit. Credit to Byron certainly for that. But I thought really the first couple minutes of that third quarter were going to be a real key as to whether or not your team was going to get back into this thing. And they came out red hot in that third quarter. Tell me what you told them at halftime about the importance of that strong third quarter start.
Yeah, it was, from a defensive end, it was continuing to play the personnel scouting report. And then when we get those stops, we got to go ahead, have good spacing on the offensive end, and move the ball. And we did a much better job at that. First half, we kind of struggled with our spacing that allowed their defense to kind of get their hand on the ball a little bit more. So we kind of came in with a different look a little bit in that third quarter offensively to try and give us a little bit more spacing. And then we just played our game. And then on the inside of, Daylene and Lillian did a great job just kind of battling all night.
Yeah, Daylene Wade, you talk about big shots, and for a sophomore, she seems to be able to handle that type of scenario where she doesn't mind getting the ball and your girls got it to her. Has she exceeded your expectations this year? Did you expect anything close to this level of play and contributions from Daylene?
Yeah, when when we started the season, it was like, okay, possibly kind of get into the rotation, let's see. But every day she kind of came in and worked harder and harder and continued to improve and learned our system and felt more comfortable in it. And when those things happened, she's definitely done a great job. And so I told her yesterday of just, you got to play strong, play big, and just dominate. And that's exactly what she did tonight.
Who knows what the future holds over these next few days. It starts at Bureau Valley Monday night in the Super Sectional. But it's pretty exciting. It's got to be really exciting just to think about the possibilities of what this group could do from here on out.
Obviously that's the goal. The goal is to go ahead and, make it down to the state, championship games. And we have that opportunity. We get through Super Sectionals on Monday. It's going to be a tough one no matter what. But coming off a game like this, our girls are going to be locked in 100%. And that's where, as a coach, having those type of players is a dream come true.
How wonderful it would be to have two teams at the state tournament next weekend in Normal.
Both teams have very strong opponents Monday, but we know what Pecatonica and Stillman Valley are capable of doing. They're special. Coming up next, I catch up with South Beloit's Ross Robertson to reflect on one of the greatest high school basketball careers in Illinois history. Ross Robertson has been hard to overlook on the basketball court ever since his freshman year at South Beloit. He immediately was a dominant player even as a 14-year-old with his 6'8" frame and his work ethic. This week, his high school career came to an end. There have been very few like it. Let's focus on Robertson in our Overtime Spotlight segment brought to you by Benchmark Exteriors. There are over 900,000 boys playing high school basketball in America. A portion of those boys play in the state of Illinois each year. And in all of IHSA history, only 5 players have crossed the 3K point mark heading into this year. One of our very own State Line players became the 6th player to join this elite club. The poster boy of South Beloit, Ross Robertson. The Northern Michigan commit is one of the all-time greats in IHSA basketball history, and he wouldn't have wanted to make this history anywhere else.
It feels amazing, especially to know how many great players have been through Illinois, like Derrick Rose, Anthony Davis, all those guys, and like all the guys that are playing professionally, and know that I've passed their marks, and hopefully I fill their shoes someday and make it professionally too. I love the South Beloit community. They always show support to me, and I always feel if you work hard enough, you can do whatever, no matter what position you're in. And I always wanted to be like a motivator to the kids that are younger than me to show them it is possible to do it through a small school.
South Beloit community is going to have stories of telling, you should have seen this kid in high school, you look at the names like, Derrick Rose, John Shire, some of the NBA historical great figures of Illinois high school, and he's up there with them.
The impact has been felt all the way from South Beloit to the entire state. Coach Mike Miller echoed not just about Ross's play, but his character on and off the court. My question to you is, what is it like coaching an all-time great basketball player in the state of Illinois?
You know, Ross spoils us every day. You know, Ross has kind of reached that rare air where he'll score 30 points and get 20 rebounds, and I'll go, you know, you really weren't at your best today, you know, and he knows it, you know, and he'll sit there and go, yeah, you know, I probably could have done more. And, you know, so what a great luxury to have, you know, and not only is he a great player, but he's a great person. He leads on and off the floor. He's just been, you know, just so great to be around.
But being great on the floor is an understatement. Ross has been legendary. Outside of the 3K club, he also is second in state history in rebounding with over 1,600 rebounds. All of this domination began his freshman year. He averaged a double-double alongside 3 blocks a game. He broke both the school record in rebounds and blocks in a season as a freshman. Every season since his freshman year, he's averaged over 20 points per game and 13 rebounds. Outside of his 6'8" frame and talent, he still gives a lot of credit to his hustle.
I just think it says that I'm aggressive and I'm just a ball hunter, and I mean, I'll go and get it at any point in time because when we get rebounds, I mean, our team has the ball and it just benefits us a lot.
You might think double teaming Ross would lock him down. In fact, most teams triple team Ross and he still puts up remarkable numbers. I mean, you're constantly doubled and even triple teamed. These teams have circled you on their scouting report when they play you. So how do you deal with that constant pressure when you know it's coming?
I feel it goes back to the weight room like all the time because like freshman year I was 180 and I kind of got pushed around a lot, and since then I put on like 50 pounds and now I'm 235 and I can take the contact and finish through it, and it's just really paid off for me.
Ross will be continuing his basketball career at Division II Northern Michigan.
He should fit in quite well there. We'll be right back.
Now let's check out the top play caught on our cameras tonight.
It's the Napleton Auto Group play of the night, and let's check it out. Here we go. It's Rockford Christian's Christian Cummings with those hop moves of his. I mean, you know what? It's kind of sad to say that we're not going to see him play high school ball anymore because his team was eliminated tonight. But wow, we saw the end of Ross Robertson's high school career this week, and now Christian Cummings, 2 of the all-time great scorers, not just in Northern Illinois history, but Illinois history. But that is our play of the night. All right, we're going to be right back here with you next Friday night for another postseason episode of Overtime. Catch us on Fox 39 at 11 o'clock right after GN Sports.
For another look at this entire show or for scores and highlights of individual games, go to mystateline.com. That does it for this episode of Overtime.
Good night and enjoy your weekend.